Hello and welcome to Caravan Escapades. I hope everybody's keeping safe and well. What I'd like to talk to you today about is dash cams. I've just upgraded my dash cam. I've had a Netgear for quite a few years now. This is the Nextbase GW522. Reason for upgrading this one is because you've got the option to fit the rear facing dash cam. Now I've only ever had forward facing dash cams. Proved useful, but what I wanted to do was get a rear facing dash cam and add that in. So let's have a look inside the box and we'll go through fitting one of those into your car. Right, so let's remove the cellophane from the box. Let's get rid of that. Let's take that off from there. Speed this bit up. There we go. So let's take that off like so. Put that in there and open. So what have we got with inside the box? So we've got the thank you for purchasing the Nextbase warranty card. We've got a quick start guide telling you how to use it. This is a warning sticker to stick in your windscreen. Whether this is true or not, I did hear that if you don't have a sticker or a sign saying that dash cams and CCTV recording is in use, you couldn't use it in court, or you couldn't use it as defence. But whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I've got one of those in the window already. We also then have the actual dash cam itself. So there's the Nextbase dash cam. This is the reason that I wanted it, because you can basically plug in to the side there the rear facing dash cam. So what's that underneath there? No idea. Obviously, oh, that'll be the mounting, where it mounts, that sort of stuff. It mounts differently to the others. So that's the dash cam. And then inside here we've got the mounting bracket by the looks of it. We've got the power lead that's got the cigarette lighter charger, but I actually hardwire them in. We've got the USB lead for downloading onto the PC. That's the mount. It looks like it's a magnetic mount, and then a trim tool for feeding the cable behind the trim. So let's try and get all that back in that box. It'll be one of these, once you've got it out now, you'll never get it back in. So let's try and get that back in. So let's do that. Oh, good, got that back in. Let's drop that back into the box like so. Let's put the camera back in there. What we'll do is we'll go outside shortly and take a look on how to fit the dash cam. There's the instruction books. So that's the forward facing element of the dash cam. What we also have is the rear facing. Now I did open this one earlier on to have a look at, because I haven't seen one of these before, and I guess it should be sort of straightforward. Yeah, you've got small instructions there on how to fit it. So yeah, basically how to mount it, how to fit it, how to position it, how to connect it, run the cable back. Yeah, so how to fit that in there. You've got the actual rear view dash cam itself. That's it there on a ball mount. Oh, it's actually a magnetic mount. So I see. So once you've got that fitted to your rear view windscreen, you can kind of mount that whichever way you want, giving you different options, different positions, that sort of stuff. So that's not a bad idea. Yeah, and you can adjust the position there. So that's magnetic, mounted on there. And then you've got a long cable, which hopefully long enough where it plugs into the side of the camera and then plugs into the rear view camera. So why don't we put all that together? Let's put it into the box. Put it all back in the box. Let's go outside and we'll get that fitted onto the car. in there. So let's head out and we'll go and get that fitted on the car. Okay, so we're going to go and fit the Nextbase dash cam, the one with the rear view camera, into the car. Now I'm at a slight advantage here that I've actually already got a Nextbase fitted to the car. It's one of the ones that just forward faces, but as you can see, it's just here, this one here, and it's got all of the cables already wired in. So I'm hoping all I'm going to have to do is basically just disconnect this one and connect the Nextbase, the new Nextbase. So let's give that a go and see how we get on. Okay, so we've got basically a way of mounting the dash cam. So this is the screen mounts. This goes onto your screen, and then the camera kind of clips into here. Your power goes in here. The camera has a small cover on the front which you remove like so, and then literally it just, with a really strong magnet, if I can get it right, probably got the wrong way around, there we go, it just literally drops in there like that. So with it mounted on your screen, that's how it goes. So comes with spare 3M sticky pads and that sort of stuff. So let's see about mounting that to the screen. So as you can see, I've already removed the old camera from the position. So let's try and work out a good position for this. Obviously, taking into account we don't want it sticking through there. So somewhere about there actually should be quite good, I think. So I'm going to take this clip piece off first. I'm going to plug the power lead into there like so. Oh, I've got that the wrong way around. Yeah, got that the wrong way around. So plug the power lead. This is the existing power lead that I had from before. So essentially we want that to mount kind of about there. So let's pull off. I've already pre-clean the windscreen, so let's pull off this here. Let's try and get that there, stick that to the windscreen like so. And we do have a trim tool come in the box, probably for fitting the rear view camera. So let's just try and get some of that shoved back behind there, make it a little bit tighter, a bit of a tidier job. There we go. So let's see now about fitting the camera. So that wants to go into there like so. So there's the camera fitted, there's the camera powered up now, and there's the camera working. So now all we need to do now is get on and get the rear view camera fitted. So here's the box with the rear view camera in. So we'll get that opened. What we get in there is the instructions, basically a long lead and the camera. And the camera comes on this magnetic device here, and they're going to mount onto the rear screen in the same way they did the front. So let's take a look at how we're going to mount that. Now, because I've got the Discovery 4 and because I've got such a big boot, what I've actually going to do is I've climbed in the boot here. Whee! So I've climbed in the boot here to see about fitting that, or fitting the camera, kind of trying to find the best position and best angle for it. It's going to be somewhere around about here. What I want to do is probably do it in the offside side of the car. I think at least with the offside side of the car. That way, if there are well, you're going to get more of the road behind you, aren't you? So if I do the offside side of the car and then work my way back, feeding the cable in around that way, and we'll see how we get on. So I've already pre-cleaned the windscreen on the outside. Looks a bit dirty, but I've already pre-cleaned the inside of the windscreen. So I think what we'll do is we'll go and attempt to stick it somewhere about there, like so. So that's that fitted on there like that. As you can see, you can change and move the angle because it is just magnetic. so you can get the best view of the angle. Now what I need to do is probably start feeding the new cable in from there and then working back towards the front of the car, because what we've got here, wherever I put it, this is the piece that goes into the side of the dash cam, and this is the piece that connects up here. So I'm wondering whether I'm probably better off starting from the other end and working my way forward. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you're all the way back there, but I'm all the way here. So I'm going to take the camera off its mount for a moment. Try and get that off. There we go. Because we've got the plug for the rear view goes in the front there. So if I take that off and then mount that back into its home like so, and what I want to do then is, obviously I need to try and bring that up around underneath here. So let's start tucking that in there. I'll go behind my SENEF tag. I'm going to get the trim tool out in a minute. There we go. So where's the trim tool? So let's get the trim tool and just push that back in there so it's nice and hidden away. So we've not got too much of it on display. So Daisy, there's the trim tool gone. So we've not got too much of it showing. There we go. So, and what I didn't want to happen, obviously, is the stuff getting all tangled up. Oh, there we go, and that's pulling back. I might come back to that piece in a minute, just so that it doesn't. Yeah, that's what I was a bit worried about. I can't remember how to take the set. Let's just take the SENEF tag out of the way a minute. There we go. If you're wondering what a SENEF tag is, I can do a vlog on that at another point. But basically, it's a toll tag for France and other parts of Europe. So rather than stopping and having to pay your tolls with cash or card or that sort of stuff, it basically automatically registers that you've paid and then bills you. And to be fair, the bill doesn't come through until about 6 or 8 weeks after you travel. So what I'm going to do now is just pull away some of this door trim. There we go, just so we can get in and around there. So let's get that tucked in around the back there, go all the way around there. So that'll take that round there, and then again up and behind the roof lining here. So that's that. And then if we come up this way behind the rubber, we start putting the rubber back on as we go. Let's pull it back off here, tuck that all the way in there, and go along this way, banging this back in as we go. Oh, that's that falling down again. Let's try it from this side. So we want to tuck this in here and feed. So I'm going to feed this in all the way underneath this edge, and then let's move that through into the back and try and get this in behind there. Get my trim tool again whenever I've put that. There we go. So let's just move that and get that tucked in underneath there. Got this in around the A-pillar trim. So that's nice and tucked away there. Make sure everything's back in as it should be. That's it, get that hidden in among there.
on there. Go. So again, we'll carry on feeding this through. So that feeds all the way along, trying to get rid of these bits here. Let's throw that through into the back. Let's get rid of this twist. And we'll try and start coming around here again. So we're going to carry on feeding it in here. I still seem to have quite a bit left, and we're going to have to, I think, find somewhere to at least loop up the remainder, just so that we haven't got loads and loads of spare. Let's get rid of some of the twist from this. We're nearly to the back obviously now. And there are quite a few features with this new GoPro camera. You can link it to Alexa, you can link it to your phone, you can basically get, if there was an accident happen, you can get it to call the emergency services, all those sorts of stuff. So there are quite a few new features on it. This bit's proven a little bit more difficult to get tucked in. Let's try. There we go, it just needs a good shove past. There we go, that's it. So what I'll do is I'll try and find another YouTube video and link to that. That's basically got all the features and the benefits of this new Nextbase camera. I think we're struggling a little bit here because we've got the digital aerial. There we go, just got to get it past the digital aerial points. So let's get it here. You probably can only see my back from this point, so I apologise for that. Here we go. I think what I'm going to probably have to do very shortly is probably look at hiding the remainder of the cable, certainly behind here, and just make sure it doesn't interfere. I might be able to get it behind this trim panel actually, making sure it doesn't interfere with the seat belt if it does go behind that other one. Okay, I pulled the trim panel away slightly here, certainly so that we can see about getting this tucked nicely away behind. There we go, nicely away behind there. I'm going to leave that loose for a minute because it might be that we're going to need to get rid of some of the remainder on there, or lose some of the remainder behind here. Let's see, I'll keep it above, let's get it below that thingy point, and then let's start coming back up here. So basically what I could probably really do with doing is losing it behind this trim panel here. So as you can see, that trim panel came off rather easily. So if we put that on there, let's plug this in here like so, and now see if we can get this trim panel fitted back up without too much grief. Let's try and get that lined up properly. So there we go, so that's that side lined up properly. Let's get this bit lined up properly. I don't think this is quite in at this end. There we go, so we're all lined up properly now there. So we've got a bit of a loop. Let's see how that kind of comes down. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's hanging a little bit. We need to get this panel refitted as well, don't we? So we need to make sure that's all hidden away. Let's open this again. So let's get all that hidden away into there. And you see about getting all of this fitted and locked in. There we go, and that's that fitted and locked in there. So let's grab you over here and you can see a little bit better. Here's the camera, as you can see, all mounted in the back window. You can kind of adjust that. Cables go around there. I probably could have lost a bit of that slack in there. I may still get rid of a little bit. We don't quite need that much. And then basically routed all the way along behind the trim, all the way along to the front, and then round to behind the camera. So let's go up and take a look at the camera. GoPro stop. So I've got the mirror moved slightly out of the way, at least so you can kind of see this. So there is the dash cam installed, the Nextbase dash cam. Now I've installed the rear view camera. You can see here this little rear view display that's come up. So yes, I'm quite pleased. That wasn't too difficult. It's just a sort of threading in what to do with the excess. The setup was pretty straightforward. Basically, it's linked with my phone. I followed the instructions, or downloaded the Nextbase Connect app, downloaded the instructions, followed the instructions and walked through it, linked to my phone. I think all I need to do now with it is do an update, and away we go. So yes, so that was the Nextbase 522W, I think, or 522GW with the rear view camera. So that was a Nextbase dash cam. I've used Nextbase dash cams for probably 3 or 4 years now, and I've got them fitted in the company vans at work as well. And I've been very pleased with them. They've worked really, really well. Wasn't too difficult to fit, just kind of using the trim tool and just removing a bit here and removing a bit there and just kind of getting it fed in, and hopefully keep it sort of tucked in, out the way and safe. So I'm quite pleased with that. Hopefully it should work fine, particularly now I've got the rear view function on there as well. So that's another one from Caravan Escapades. Please give us a thumbs up if you liked it, give us a thumbs down if you didn't. Your feedback is always really appreciated. So please feel free to comment below, let me know what you think, but please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.